How do we engineer a scenario where somebody thinks that they're taking advantage of something ethically and that I'm empowering them to take advantage of me? So the way that we always did it with ASM and now the way that we did it with TWF is we said, how do we create an actual retail value bonuses that are greater than the cost of the course? I'll give you the very best example of this. VA placement. We have slides in the handouts that teach this stuff, that show me actually using it. Okay, so VA placement was a bonus that we had for the product TWF, the wholesale formula. It's the current Amazon product that we sell. And VA placement was created by the guys that created the wholesale formula, and they said to us, they came to us, so they almost launched it. Thank God they didn't. We'll stop them. They said, we got this new thing. We want to give it to all existing customers. It's called virtual assistant placement, where we'll help them get VAs. And we'll give them VAs and install them in their Amazon business forum. They pay us a small fee, and then they can use these VAs. It's a really good offer. He goes, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to roll it out to our customers, give it to them for free, and then after we see what happens, then we'll charge later. And they're like, do you want this as a bonus? And Will was like, no, not yet. Stop. Don't do anything. He says, do this first. And they say, okay, what should we do? He says, here's what you do. So what do you plan on selling it for? And they tell him. And he says, okay, so here's what you have to do. If it's a $97 setup fee to get them into the membership, and then it's $47 a month, which equals like this for 1 year. I know this because this is how we sell it. 1 year access to this. The first year, it's a $661 retail cost. 47 a month times 12 plus 97 setup fee. This has a retail value of $661. I said, now here's what you do. You give everybody a free, a 100% discount. And this could be construed as shenanigans, right? Because is it really free? If you gave it to everybody free, is there really a retail price for it? I know that they're planning on selling it for this. They would be doing a disservice if they didn't sell it for this. But if they roll it out the other way, nobody will ever value it. And then we all lose. And so now I have a bonus that has a legitimate $661 value to it, and I absolutely believe that it does, and I know the fact that it does. And if we say it's free, nobody will see the value in it. But if it's discounted from $661 for the first year and it's free for you, you know what we get to do with that? All of a sudden, $2,997 doesn't become $2,997 anymore. It actually becomes $2,336. But one of the reasons we do so well on the webinar is we say, hey, if anybody buys after the webinar's done, and we do this whole rigmarole. I have this blank slide, and then I pause for 3 seconds, and I say, you might wonder why I just paused on that slide right there. Well, let me tell you why I paused on that slide in there. What I'm about to say next will be deleted from the recording. And I needed to give my team a clear cut point so they know to delete what I'm about to say. Because what I'm about to say is only for your ears right now because you're here live. And we give them a webinar exclusive bonus. We give them 2 of them, and this is the second one. And we say, you know what? Everybody else after the first year, then they're going to have to pay the $47 a month fee. So they save $661, right? But for you, if you sign up before the end of the webinar, you will never, ever pay a single dime. So if you use this for 5 years, it's free. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that insane? The biggest problem with your offers isn't that the value isn't there, because the value is there. I know all of you sell value. I know all of you sell value disproportionately higher than price. The real issue is the incontrovertible truth of somebody understanding it in its full depth, the complete, absolute, amazing value that you've engineered on their behalf. And until they understand that, they'll be reduced to look at something from a number. Here's the problem with a number. You can put it in a box. That's the problem with a number. It's nice and tidy. Look at it. It's there. I can see it. It feels real to me. Oh, it's in a box, right? But can you fit all the value in the box? No, I couldn't fit this whole thing on the screen. I couldn't fit this whole value in the room. Value is abstract. Price is concrete. Value is abstract. They think they can understand price because it's a nice, tidy little number. You can put it in a small box. But value is harder to classify. It's harder to quantify. This is why we have to go to great lengths in order to have this have a fair shot. Because right now it's not fair. This is so hard to prove, and this is so easy to get caught up on. That's why we work so hard on the value. So we start stacking the value, and we start presenting the value. Because my idea is, if this thing is truly as valuable as I think it is, how can I make it so obvious to the user so they can see the value the way I see it? And that's where we jump through all those hoops, and we come up with all those concepts, and we do all those things.